Okay, guys, it looks like I started. Wow. Okay, yeah. How do you hear me? Please give some feedback. Okay. I don't know how much delay I set here. So we'll figure out. Probably not very big delay. Let's wait a bit. Okay, so I can swap the scene. Let's wait a bit. Great. So yeah, I can see that everything is probably okay. Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, 7 watch now. Great. Let's wait a bit until like people are gathering. How old? I'm 17 years old. That's quite interesting fact. So what I'm planning to do on this stream, I want to really design something big, like a big diagram, or hi there. I will just create a probably like surface view general architecture diagram, and we will talk about start talking about authentication, authorization. Yeah, it's my first stream here, not in live, but it will be interesting. Okay, 10 people here. So probably let's start. What do you think? Okay, let's switch to my presentation. I created one. So we are building an application about Stoicism. It will be called Stoic Way. And let me familiarize you with the Stoicism philosophy. I will try to be concise. So it is ancient philosophy which teaches you to be how to treat things, how to react to events, how to react to death, and your attitude to it. Wow, 17 people, guys. Hello, everybody. Please tell me how you hear me. Is everything okay? Do you see the presentation? Or probably I need to open some music video to make the atmosphere more lovely. Is everything okay? Good. I see that Ivan told me that all is good. Great. So, everything is fine. Thank you, guys. Okay. So I told you about Stoicism, and it really inspired me. So I decided to create an application, and I will stream this how I build this application in live, probably like every week or 2 times per week. So it should be interesting. Small disclaimer. I'm not an expert in backend or infrastructure. That's why it will be more interesting as we will learn together. So let's move to features of this application. Just a quick onboarding. This application will consist of like 8 features. I asked ChatGPT to tell me about what it can like suggest for such an application about philosophy, and it came up with a few suggestions. I like added its suggestions to mine and created like a technical task. So the first one, and probably one of the core features, is interactive modules. Stoicism, as many other things in this world, like Flutter, consists of core topics, core chapters. And Stoicism, and in this feature, we will be able to explore the core parts of Stoicism. For example, the dichotomy of control. Dichotomy of control is how you respond to events, how you treat them. So this feature will be mainly about core aspects of Stoic philosophy, and each feature is accompanied with interesting facts. So interesting here will be pagination and quizzes. Yeah, pagination is quite familiar to everybody, but yeah, that's quite interesting topic. Moving further, this feature should be extremely interesting to our Flutter folks, as we will build like full-fledged Markdown editor with real-time synchronization. So users are able to record their thoughts, reflections, and progress. This is probably the most difficult thing we will do, and it is really demanding and interesting as well. So, philosopher profiles, which where you can like learn about the Stoic figures and their teachings and contributions. It is not very interesting, but well, it should be there as well. Stoic texts, writings, excerpts from texts of famous Stoic figures. Yeah, it should be. It sounds really boring to my mind, and probably we will alter some of these features as in the future. It's just like a surface overview of features which I currently see as interesting to do. The most interesting here is action cards. For example, you're lying on a bed and you don't know what to do, and you open this application and it tells you, for example, to hug your beloved one or go for a walk, go to the gym, etc., etc., etc.
Starting your workout.
Okay. It should be interesting and really easy to implement. Are you going to use your Sisal starter template? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we will use Sisal starter template for Flutter application. Because I think it is quite clear and provides like useful facilities to build applications. And yeah, I will absolutely use the Sisal starter. Let's move further. This one thing is really interesting to Flutter developers. Historical timeline. I believe you all watched the Wanderers application with its timeline and beautiful animation, effects, etc. Quite the same thing I want to achieve in this application. So it is like a timeline, and you can track the progress, the famous figures, famous events in the history of Stoicism. Quotes. Probably like a few years ago, I thought of it as very useless, like useless shit. But since I started learning Stoicism, it became increasingly helpful. It really inspires me and gives like space for reflection, and I think I become better by reading quotes of Stoic philosophers. Interesting here would be, yeah, rating feature probably, and I think we will implement the functionality of quote of the day. And the last feature, I think you got really boring of these features, but yeah, meditations. I'm not sure in which order these features will be landed. I think I will plan it, and yeah, I think I will create a plan about it. So meditations is audio or text guided sessions focusing on Stoic meditation practices. It could be helpful, it is interesting, and mainly interesting for the Flutter side. Like, how will we handle the video, other real-time suggestions, etc., etc., etc. And time for the tech stack. It should be really interesting to you. So for the backend, I've chosen Golang. Yeah, Golang became probably the most popular language last a few years. I don't know. More and more software, more and more crucial software is built using Golang. For example, Docker Compose, Kubernetes, some migration tools, and many actually other things. So yeah, we won't use any frameworks with Golang. We will stick to standard library called net. And what is more, we will use service-oriented architecture. So no microservices. I think they're overkill for this application, and no monolith. Services, it's like small versions of, it's like small monolith, and probably I think it is in the medium, the golden medium between microservices and exactly monolith. Hello, Boris. Flutter. So I think you guys all, you are everybody familiar with the Flutter framework, and you know that it is amazing. I don't think that we should tell a lot. We should give a lot of time talking about Flutter. It's just amazing, and it is a beautiful solution for us for cross-platform applications. And finally, Kubernetes. Kubernetes sounds like really difficult thing. Let me just read the definition. It is an orchestrating system for automating deployment, scaling, and management. Well, in simple words, it is just the thing that will help us, help our servers be like running. So yeah, let me answer a bit on your questions. Yes, the recording will be saved. I will save all the recordings of the streams, and I created a playlist called Stoic Way on this channel, so it's for you. Ivan Smetanin. I don't know if it will be interesting and suitable for your app. It seems that some language model trained on Stoic texts will be a good feature. For example, to take advice from it about how Stoics would react on one or another event in your life. Well, it sounds, of course, it sounds interesting, but yeah, developing some language models, training them is really sounds really hard. Okay. But yeah, it sounds interesting. Probably it would be possible to create like ChatGPT, use ChatGPT with some instructions. Probably it is. It would be suitable. Will you accept PRs for certain features? Probably not at the moment, but in future you will be able to contribute. I think that all the code will be open source. I don't think that there is any reason to hide it, because yeah, I think that there is no reason to hide it. So let's move to the diagramming. Okay, let me create the diagram. So what I want what I want to design right now. Let me put some agenda here. We are going to create a general architecture of I think user service, authentication, authorization, and we will talk about roles of this application. there will be a few roles actually, and this makes pretty interesting as well. By the way, just follow-up question, guys. Are you familiar with Stoicism? Do you find it useful or interesting, engaging, etc., etc.? This application will have Google and Apple sign in, and we want to use like any solutions like Firebase, Supabase, etc. We will create our own infrastructure and architecture, which makes this task quite difficult, but interesting, as we will understand how Google and Apple works, how to implement that callbacks, and how to create users in our databases, how to update them, how to back up everything, all that stuff. Okay, so we will stick to GVT and use access and bearer tokens for accessing the endpoints of our application. We will use Google, and we will also add Google and Apple sign-in here. What is more, I'd like to add stateless GVT. Okay. Let me also add service architecture. I just writing down the points I need to focus on, so not to lose my focus. Well, that's probably it. Let's start from like I'm repeating, but I will create a very basic architecture, general view architecture of how our components of our system will work together. Let me introduce you like explore service. This service will will manage all the explore logic. Explore is the first feature I told you about, where you can learn about crucial parts of Stoicism. And let me create the core service here, user service, which will manage all the valid. It will create GVT tokens. It will manage sessions, user sessions. It will handle login, sign up, etc., etc. By the way, do you see my? Okay, you see my screen. Well, user service. Let's just create like simple flow, how one person, like actor, signs into our application. Basically, we can make use of sequence diagram, but let's try. Actually, let's try Google Apple sign in. What is more? For example, let's imagine that this actor creates a request to sign up. Yeah. To our user service, probably. Yeah. Like it passes email and password. I don't really want to talk about like verification of email, verification of probably phone, other things. just general overview. So it signs up with email and password. What this service needs to do? Basically, the actor expects the GVT token back. So we need to return the GVT pair, access and viewer. Guys, if you have any like questions or you maybe want to add something to this very super duper cool diagram, then feel free to, don't hesitate and chat to make the atmosphere more interesting. So there is it returns the GVT pair. What this user service needs to do? Probably it just need to like go to DB, check if there is anything like with password. If there is the same user with such email. If there is nobody, it need to create a GVT token key pair. This key pair could be returned to this actor, but we want to store it as well. We want to store this key pair in Redis database, so that all the sessions currently in the application, session is like this GVT token. It is stored in Redis. We are doing this to achieve the goal when user signs out from our application, yeah, and basically he will not be able to use the same session for request. So imagine user changed password, and all the sessions need to be invalidated. We will basically just remove the GVT from our Redis database. So I write here store session. Okay. What is more? It stores session and returns the GVT pair to actor. Sounds quite good. And let me tell you about what the stateless GVT is. You probably heard that GVT is like some data encoded with base 64 and signed with some secret key. That's generally is. So this GVT is used then to make like requests to our services. For example, user wants to retrieve some let it be some articles, yeah. So the user wants to get articles from Explore service. It passes GVT with it, and what makes things cool is that we won't do this. We want we don't really need to create a new request from Explore service to user service because to validate our GVT. You see, I used the statement stateless GBT. Okay, I need to go a bit back. There are a few approaches to manage the authentication flow. Very popular one is like having authentication service, which is very busy and is like requested by all our services to validate the GBT. It makes this service really busy. For example, as every request to our system is accompanied by a request to user service. What is that's quite bad, because we can do it without like requesting the user service. We can just validate this token right inside the Explorer service, just because the only thing we need to know is the secret phrase. So basically, let me define somewhere. Let me define what GBT is. Header, it consists of header, some payload, and signature. Let me quickly open their site. So basically, GBT looks like this, and it encodes to these three chapters: header, payload, and verify signature. Header contains the algorithm this GBT is signed with. Payload contains some data carried with this GBT. Some useful data, for example, when it was expired, and like probably some metadata about the users themselves. And verify signature, it is like our secret encoded. So our secret message, secret like text, secret key phrase. So why GBT is safe, you may ask me. The thing here is that GBT contains this secret text. So other clients cannot just cannot just create a new pair of GBTs and come to our system and like make requests. Yeah. So they need to be aware of our secret phrase. A good practice is to change these key phrases from time to time. So I see that this architecture looks pretty robust right now. Let us add the Google Apple sign-in. Probably, guys, if you have any questions concerning GBT, the architecture, everything, feel free to ask. The funny story here is that I'm not really aware how our like Google Apple solutions work. So let me define this actor. It will imagine it is science using using Google or Apple sign-in. It is a very convenient feature to our application. The Google sign-in, when successful, on successful request, returns it returns a token, the same like GVT token, and it gives a possibility to retrieve the data from Google servers, Google servers, and get like user data, email, and probably name, username, etc. So after Google or Apple sign in successes, we can let our user service do the work. So it basically retrieves data from Google Apple servers. Then after it got the data, it should check again, check, or I need to turn this off. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, I was able to turn it off. So our server, our user service, again, Abdullah asked us, for naming purpose, our service should be good instead of user service. Probably yes, but you see, this user service will, as I plan, it will manage like user profiles and authentication data, like GVDs, sessions, like, and user profiles. I don't really want to create another service for only profiles. Yeah, I think it should be good to have these things combined, but we won't store like sessions and user profiles in the same DB or in the same table. Probably we will store them in different tables in the DB. Okay, let me continue. So yeah, user service retrieves data from Google Apple service. Basically, it retrieves like user information. Yeah, the user information is retrieved, like email or username. Then user service checks. It checks the existence of such user in our database. If it exists, it will not. It will sign the user. It won't create a new database. It won't create a new database like row. It won't add new data to the database. It will just tell us that such user exists. So you're free. You can sign into our system, and it retrieves such a response from the database. Then it manages some executes some logic and creates the token pair, access and bearer, access and refresh. Sorry, access and refresh, stores it in Redis, and returns to user. That sounds really simple, but there are so many cases which we will like discuss a little bit further, probably on next streams. What is more here? So with the GVT, with the GVT token key token pair, our okay our actor, let it be like verified actor or signed in actor. This actor will be able to use our services. Okay, let's create like explore service. What is more? Let it be journalist service. Yeah. So basically, it passes GVT to the service. And the cool thing here is that we won't create a request to the user service. We will validate this GVT using like we will just decode this token here and here, and so we don't need to ask our like user service for it. So what happens here? We decode GVT. What does decoding mean? Basically, when you decode the JSON web token, you need to. There is one purpose. We need to check whether this token is like with the right signature, meaning if it was issued by our system. So we need to check if this token was is not like malicious. There are no malicious actions, and yeah, we just need to check if this token is like from us. So when you decode the GVT, you get access to this all these things. The thing that is really interesting is payload. So it verifies the secret. If secret is the same, so then we will like trust this token, and then we can then we can read its payload data and check whether is it when it was issued. Issued is when the token was created. Basically, access tokens have very like little time to live. For example, like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, probably 1 hour, and refresh tokens live like 30 days, maybe even a year, but I believe 30 days is enough. When you if you like faced some time was that you are signed out of an application after a lot of time not like using it. For example, you didn't use LinkedIn for 30 days and you open it and you are signed out. Probably refresh token is is expired. So and this everything is needed for our safety. So we check whether the token is expired or not. If it is not expired, then we can trust the user. If it is expired, then we need to return like exception. For example, like you need to renew your token. Then, if let us imagine that the journaling service returns let us imagine that the user passes here expired GVT. It means that expired, not expired GVT, but expired access token. Yeah. How to edit it? Okay. Expired access token. Okay. The journal service will see that the verify signature is all good. I see that somebody clicks on hearts. It's so funny. Thank you. Who does it? Okay. The service will check if this token conforms to our signature. It means that it checks that secret keyword. If the secret keyword is the same, then we trust it and decode the payload. Then we check whether this token is expired or not. So he passes expired token, then this service will understand that, for example, expired token because this token was expired because it wasn't user was not using application for 20 minutes or let it be 10 days. Yeah, so the access token is expired. The journaling service tracks it and handles by returning an error with you are token is expired. I believe you guys already have implemented this mechanics on your real, on your work projects, and I think it should be really familiar to you. So journal service returns that token is expired. Yeah. What else? What this actor will do? It will ask the user service for a new pair of tokens. So it needs access and refresh again. So it asks for new token pair. Well, it passes the refresh token to this service, and it again validates it and checks whether it conforms to its signature. Then it is, if everything is okay, it just returns the new tokens pair, new access and refresh token. User stores it again, and then with new token pair it goes to the journal service, and the journal service verifies that everything is now good and just returns the new token. Then what if our bearer token of what if our refresh token is expired? The refresh token that is used to refresh the pair. If the refresh token is expired, then there is no way to like update the session. So in such a case, our client application will need to sign the user out, sign out user, and they will need to go to the authorization again. What is more here to add? Maybe you have any questions about this architecture. It looks like a mess, but okay. What do you want to explain? Currently, I'm explaining our authentication flow, how bearer access tokens are passed, and how our services treat them and validate. Probably we can use we can modify it a bit and create more like beautiful. So okay, and I want to tell you about the sign out process. Imagine actor he clicks sign out. It will tell user service that I need to sign out, I need to end my session. The user service will remove such active session from Redis database. Redis is a key-value database where key-value shared preferences. User service removes this session. Remove session from Redis, and just returns successful response. Then when our actor wants to, for example, if this actor wants to use the same tokens pair again for to access some data, for example, get profile data. Imagine that this action happens after user has signed out and their session was removed from the Redis database. So actor tries to get profile data with signed out with expired token, and user service will go to Redis and check if I'm sorry, it won't go to the Redis database. Actually, let me remove the user service here. Let me add journaling service. So it is let's start from the ground. Imagine that our user clicks sign out. Yeah, the session is removed, and after some time, they want to use this token again. Yeah, but this token was removed. The Redis helps us here by keeping track of all active sessions. But you see, we want to ping our Redis here. our access tokens live like 15 minutes. Yeah, access token lives 15 minutes. Access token lives 15 minutes, and imagine that this token is expired. Yeah, and this actor goes to this journaling service. Journaling service will return that this token is expired, and actor will try to go to user service for refreshing purposes. But then user service will come to Redis and check if there is such active session. But there is actually no one, and it will return it, that you need to like sign out and don't perform malicious actions. But you see that if user like obtained new access token, then sign out, and it is not expired at the time, they still will able to use this token. It is not good for like applications where safety is crucial. For example, Apple, Google, YouTube, Twitch, etc. So they will not like the session will be invalidated, and such access tokens can't be used for other services immediately. They are invalidated immediately. But in our application, we know about this concern, and we like apply it. Yeah, we are notified, and we are okay with it, because I think that there is no really reason in such an application. It is not like a real-time application, and probably there is no reason in like do it in real time, and making our code much more difficult. What is more here? Probably let's try to make everything much visually like appealing. Actually, I tried to make this look better with Marinate, like sequence diagram. Yeah, and probably let me show this one. Probably it will be. I should have shown you this in the beginning. Okay. So in this diagram, you see our general flow for authentication. Yeah, it defines 4 participants, like user, auth is like Google and Apple, let it be, and auth service which authenticates and creates like GVT tokens, and the Redis one. So basically, when a user wants to sign in, let me just try to clarify everything, as I think that it would be even better to understand. So user chooses to sign in with Google. Auth service validates user and generates access refresh tokens. Then it stores them in Redis and provides them back to the user. The same goes for signing in without Google or Apple, like with email and password. It directly goes to our service and it just validates the arguments and generates token pair and provides it. In the future, user will use this access token for authentication and other for authentication of requests. What is more here? I'd like to add that refresh token, we will need to make our system like safe, and we will need to validate past tokens. So if a user passes or some like hacker passes refresh token instead of access token, we will treat it as something happened wrong, something is going wrong, and yeah, we will return error as well. As user, I would appreciate no auth access to application. Just read access with sign-in requirement to post data or to view restricted features. Will you implement this? I haven't thought of it because I think that sign-in via Google or Apple is like very fast, but probably we can really try to implement the guest sessions. For example, like on the introduction screen, we can tap sign in as guest, yeah, and just give access to some features. This probably is a kind good idea, and I think we can implement it. But yeah, I think I will think of it, and probably we will discuss it on the next stream. At this point, I really believe that you got what I was talking about. Yeah, it is a bit embarrassing, guys, but yeah, it is first, so probably it sounds a bit boring. Yeah, but I think in the future and the next stream will be much better. So at this point, let's create let's create a repository. Repository for our backend, for our Golang application. I think we will use mono repositories, but I'd like to split the client code and the server one. Probably, okay, I'm sorry, this the Stoic Way, and yeah, probably it will be named user service. The code will be again, the code will be all public, and I believe it will. I believe you will be happy about it. So the license is meet and the template is go. Okay. Let's write some readme here. The fun fact about this thing is that it is supported by many markdown editors, and you can use and I can like use this diagram here if I'm not mistaken, and it will render it. Yeah, look at it. Some of diagram. Let's try it. Okay, so it looks cool, isn't it? Well, probably I fooled you a bit, because I thought that I will create a user repository, a mono repository, but created a user service. Let's really validate it next time. I think there are some points still to consider with mono repositories, and somebody gave it a star. Really? That's funny. Yeah, guys, so fast. We have not even built anything and already got a star. Great to know. So I think we created quite good diagram here. Stay up to date. Cool feature, for sure gonna use this. Boris, are you talking about guest access, or what are you talking about? Well, what is next? Let me create some plans for next streams. So today's stream was introductory. There was no code created. There was no actual things developed. But yeah, let's try to create some plans for for the future stream, for the next stream. So we created such a basic and surface overview of our authentication. Okay, yeah, diagrams is really cool. And it is called Mermaid. I have found out it a week ago probably, and I found it extremely helpful, and for technical documentations it really looks very helpful. Guys, we're talking about diagrams here, and the thing is that it is managed by the code. Like the code defines the visual appearance of this diagram, and GitHub automatically renders it to diagram. Okay, so what we want to do on the next stream. We probably will create some basic project in Golang. We will start the Golang code. We'll start writing Golang code. Exactly. I'm not sure whether we will create any of features. I believe we will need. I will dive into authentication, and improve like my understanding in many of the topics, and share it with you on the next stream, especially about like Google, Apple. I will make this diagram a bit comprehensive behind the scenes, and yeah, we will probably start implementing this user service in Golang. So this should be really interesting, because Golang code looks pretty cool. Yeah, Golang has many cool features, and really working with Golang is pure pleasure. So let's define. Think about monorepository. Think about monorepo. Improve auth diagram. Improve auth diagram. What is more? I think we will create a simple service, very simple service. Probably we will create like let me change the structure a bit. Do until next stream. Think about monorepo, create needed repositories. On the next stream, we will create the architecture, basic architecture, and structure of our Golang service. Create structure plus architecture of Golang project, Golang service, of the user service. What should we do more? It probably sounds already like a huge task. And yeah, add libraries, add needed libraries, and think about the stack. Yeah. Well, it already looks like a lot of things to do, but we will try. Um, so how often do you plan streaming? I believe that let's switch to my face. Yeah. Okay. So guys, how often I plan streaming? It's actually quite interesting question. Yeah, I don't really know, as if it is interesting to the audience, then I will stream more often, like probably 2 times per week. If it is less interesting, then probably 1 time per week. Of course, I will try to make everything like interesting and engaging, but yeah, you need to know that in the first it will be like really boring because it is quite hard for me to express myself in English and like stream, because it's my just first time. But I will give a lot of efforts in order to improve it and like make presentations more interesting. So I see some smile faces here. Okay, maybe you guys have some questions, probably about architecture, about plans, probably maybe not even about this project that that you want me to answer, because probably how often you guys think the stream should be held? Do you think we should do like 2 times per week, or like 1 time per week? And what is more here? I see that there is no questions, so we will probably end this broadcast. What I want you to do right now is just be what I really want you to ask. I want to ask you for like understanding, and yeah, let's finish it, guys. Thanks everybody. I see that the online was every time like 10 people here that watched it. Thank you everybody. It was an interesting experience. Probably you found out something new, and I hope that it was a bit that it was like useful, yeah, about tokens and authentication. So yeah, it's time to end this. Okay, goodbye. Thanks everybody for attending me.